Hey guys, Sarah J Maas. She is pretty much a queen in her own right, in my personal opinion. Sarah J Maas is best known for her Court of Thorns and Roses series and Throne of Glass. I only started reading Sarah J Maas's work last year. I actually binge read the entire Throne of Glass series and A Court of Thorns and Roses last May or June. Could not put them down. And I like most YA fantasy. I like adult fantasy. I like science fiction. I don't read a lot of nonfiction. I don't read a lot of contemporary romance type of work. Pretty much science fiction, fantasy. Horror, I like Stephen King. I was very new to Sarah J Maas. I had never read any kind of fae-based fantasy before, but I really enjoyed it. I was even more surprised when reading her books, especially after, I think it's the third book in the Throne of Glass series, where it's not erotica, but she is very descriptive in her sex scenes and romance, which was kind of refreshing to me. It's not really what I typically picture as being romance and erotica, not like 50 Shades of Grey, which I read 2 of the 3 books, but that was so cheesy to me. But I like the way that Sarah J Maas wrote about it, and a lot of people will make fun of how she words things, like some of her prose choice, but I always felt like a lot of her writing came across as poetry at times. That was very much true for both fantasy series. I was shocked that both of those series were considered young adult fantasy just because of those sex scenes. Now, I'm not one to put a damper on today's youth. If they're teenagers and they have the maturity to deal with those issues and the repercussions of the decisions they make and that sort of thing, more power to them. But I'm just trying to think of myself at that age, like reading young adult books, and I really just didn't picture these 2 series as young adult. They were more new adult even, in my opinion. I made this video because recently there has just been a lot of blowback about the cover art for the latest installment in the Court of Thorns and Roses series, The Court of Silver Flames. I personally think the new covers for these books are absolutely beautiful. I like them much more than the YA-centric covers that have the girl on it in the black lace. I'll show a picture of what I mean. But I just think the new covers are so much more beautiful. And so I just wanted to take a time to put together a quick video and just kind of show you, like, in person, these books are absolutely stunning. The foil, the hardcover, just the thought that went into the dust jackets of them, like, everything is so beautiful. So I just wanted to give you a closer look at each of them and say that I think the cover to A Court of Silver Flames is absolutely beautiful. Whoever did that art, you're amazing. Don't listen to the online trolls and keep doing what you're doing because you designed a cover for Sarah J Maas. So with that said, let's get right into it. All right. A Court of Thorns and Roses. First off, look at the texture. There's like a shine. It's so sleek. Red with the roses theme. Our protagonist, Farah, is a painter, so I really appreciated these kind of brushstroke looking detail. So it could look like the Fae wolf that she killed in the beginning of the book. Sorry, spoiler alert, but I mean, if you haven't read the series, why are you here? But I just appreciated the wolf on the cover because that was kind of the pivotal, inciting incident for this series. And then I just really appreciated the detail with it looking like painted fur, since Farah is a painter. But it's just so, so pretty. Open up the book. I misspoke earlier. It's not foil, but like it's just a beautiful red with black ink. It's just pretty. So that is book 1, A Court of Mist and Fury. Look how beautiful. Like, there's just so much thought and detail put into it. Looks like more paint spatter. Or maybe it's mist. These books are so beautiful. How can people be hating on them so much? I mean, I've been waiting for A Court of Thorns and Roses and Throne of Glass covers to be redone for a while now. And these are finally, like, look at this. It's like this beautiful bright jade green with the black ink. Just So simple and beautiful, like a dove gray inside. Still waiting on Throne of Glass. I wish that one would be redesigned because it does look and feel very YA to me. But these books, oh yeah, they're so beautiful. I mean, I don't even know what color this is. Pinkish, like magenta. Again, here's a feather. So pretty. The shine. Ugh. A Court of Frost and Starlight. Gorgeous. It's like a hoarfrost detail. Like I said, so much thought and detail into this. Like, if you don't like these covers, I don't even know what to tell you. Lastly, the next book should be coming out around Valentine's Day 2021. Thank God, the new year is almost here. But A Court of Silver Flames, I'm really excited about it. The book looks really pretty. I don't know why it's getting so much internet hate. It is gray, like the rest of them, with white lettering, and it has really ornate mask on it that kind of, you know, the color choice evokes fire. There's a sun there. There's almost something very aquatic about it. And part of it is made of seashell, possibly, or waves. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens in this book. I wasn't a really big fan of Nesta in some of the books. I started warming up to her, but she was just always so angry and so bitchy and so, I don't know, she just always had a chip on her shoulder and just was never happy. And poor Cassian, like, I think how she treated him made me like him even more as a character, but I'm currently going through and reading through the series again so that everything's fresh in my mind. But I can't wait to see what the mask is about. But like I said, I'm sure the hardcover is going to be just as gorgeous as the other books, and I can't wait to get a copy of it. So that is all I wanted to share, get on my soapbox, and just express my personal opinion on how lovely I think the new covers are and how they really suit the series. So one quick thing, I know it can be super annoying when publishers change the book cover mid-series and you're not able to finish the collection that you have because they won't make the new installments using the old design. So I understand that can be frustrating for a lot of people. If your opinion is different and you don't like the new covers, comment below and let me know. Thanks, and see you next week.